Result of your devotion, your prayers, you know, what you do.
It's not something that we take for granted. We know you are very busy at first.
Mama Rachel, thank you so much. You've been so inspiring us as Kenyan women.
Nchi yetu ya Tanzania hapa kwenye bunge la Afrika Mashariki.
So much, Your Excellency Mama Rachel Ruto. My name is Zipporah K. Here, and we know you did. Thank you so much, Mama. And he stood to tell us the 16 women that he appointed.
You're going to see what is happening there, which you're right, it's a transformational program.
Yeah, Your Excellency, Mama Ruto, and the delegation of Eala.
The speaker tomorrow and some of the members is where table banking are the last protocol. The political federation, where we will have one president.
Yeah, Your Excellency, Mama Ruto, and the delegation of Eala. Members had to make a choice between staying in daycare centers, and now it's working. So I hope that we can pick up that.
And leadership, but also getting women to decision making.
What the Eala caucus is all about.
You know, sisters, when we see you seated here, we are very proud of you. I don't think it's every woman that has the courage to go into politics. But to see the way you articulate issues and defend your countries really touches our hearts. I want to encourage you to continue doing the good work. You know, you are not just there for yourself, but you are there for the women of your country. And so you have our support. I'm glad that God has given me this position, and I've had an opportunity of interacting with your first ladies. You have amazing first ladies. And just to see women like you from their countries also supporting the work that they do really tells us that when women come together, and then nothing is impossible for them. So we pray for you and continue going. Please keep going. That is where we want to see you. Keep going. Let the East African Parliament not be the end, but continue doing things to just, change the lives of many people. And let me leave you with the words of the great Mwalimu Julius Nyerere, who said, and I quote, "Unity will not make us rich, but it can make it difficult for Africa and the African people to be disregarded and humiliated, as it will therefore increase the effectiveness of the decisions we make and try to implement for our development. My generation led Africa to political freedom. The current generation of leaders and peoples of Africa must pick up the flickering torch of African freedom, refuel it with their enthusiasm and determination, and carry it forward." End of quote. May the words of the East African anthem always inspire us to build and protect our East African region. I quote, "Jumuiya yetu sote tulinde, tuwajibike, tuimarike, umoja wetu ni nguzo yetu, idumu jumuiya yetu." The recent success of our joint bid to host the African Cup of Nations 2027 under the Pamoja bid, comprising Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania, serves as a testament to the fruits of our partnership. None of our individual countries would have achieved this milestone alone. This event should spark a resultant growth in our economy, transport infrastructure, ease of movement, and ease of doing business with each other. My dear sisters, I urge each of you, esteemed legislators, to double your efforts in fast-tracking the implementation of the drivers of our region's development. By doing so, we can position the East African community as a globally preferred destination for investors and the gateway to the rest of Africa. As members of the East Africa Legislative Assembly, we bear a critical responsibility for shaping the future of our region. Our overarching goal is clear: to transform the East African community into a stable, competitive, and sustainable low-middle income region by 2030. However, we must remember that this journey cannot be undertaken alone. As the proverb wisely states, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. We will achieve our objectives as a region if we consider our collaboration sacred. My dear sisters, as a region, we are faced by common challenges that transcend our geographical boundaries. For example, not enough women are empowered. Access to quality health care is still a problem, and unemployment rates are high, especially for our youth and women, to name but a few. Women and children are more affected by this and more challenges. This requires us to apply a lens that favors them as we design various interventions for the East African community. This month is International Women's Month, an extension of International Women's Day, which we celebrated last week with the theme, Invest in Women, Accelerate Progress. We acknowledge the importance of gender equality and the need to accelerate women empowerment in our societies. When we empower women, we catalyze development in all aspects of life and ultimately transform families, communities, our countries, and the whole region. Let us use our platforms to empower women, utilize our youthful workforce, and protect our children. If we jointly tackle our common challenges and utilize our human capital and natural resources productivity, we will chart a new course towards a brighter future for the citizens of East Africa community. Together as a region, boosting a population of over 302 million with significant urban representation, we possess the potential to become a formidable force on both the African and global stages. The East African Legislative Assembly has an opportunity to create a conducive environment for our young people to become economically productive and empower women to contribute to the development of our nations.